everyone, happy Sunday. I wanted to hop on this video tonight and just congratulate you all on your first week of the nutrition kickoff, and good job making it through the weekend. I know that can be difficult, but it looks like you all did really well, and I'm so impressed by everything I'm seeing on Facebook and Instagram. You're meal prepping, you're choosing good quality foods. I even had some text messages over the weekend on how to include those 20% items, so good job, keep it up. I wanted to share with you a little bit on meal prep. I know that can be one of the more challenging aspects of eating healthy, planning, prepping, and making it through the week. So I'm gonna start with just one meal, and that's lunch. The way that I do it is I bulk make a lot of my items, and that's what I've seen you guys doing this weekend, which is step one, and that's incredibly important. Just having the food available means that you are setting yourself up for success, and you can easily throw things together when you need it. If you're busy on the go, maybe you don't have a lot of time in the mornings or at night, it's a lot nicer to have those things already prepared in a container ready to go. So I just wanted to show you kind of how you can do that really easily after you make those bulk items. So what I did today was I made rice. We use the 5-minute rice in a box, so it takes 5 minutes to do. It's really easy. I fried up 2 pounds of ground beef, and Kevin was nice enough to barbecue steaks for dinner, so I asked him to put some chicken on for me. And then I was in the kitchen cooking dinner tonight, and that's when I did these items. I also threw in some butternut squash and sweet potatoes into the oven. So I wasn't spending my entire Sunday afternoon in the kitchen. I was already here making dinner. So I just did a few extra things while I was here, and here it is. So that's easy enough. But now how do I get this into my containers to take to work with me, and how does that all work? So the first thing that I like to do is I like to choose a protein, which I have chicken and ground beef. So I'm just gonna grab my container. I've got my scale. And for this first meal, I'm gonna choose chicken. And first, after I know what meat I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna add in my carb, just because I like presentation and I think it looks better when it's on the bottom. So I'm gonna grab a cup of rice from my already prepared rice. Got that. I'm gonna add in my chicken. This is 4.6 ounces, and I know I've only allotted for 4 because that's how much I want to eat. So I'm just gonna take out a few so that I know, and that gets me right on the money. So that's the way I do it, or add or subtract however you need to. I'm gonna add a few more carbs in because I am currently eating lots of carbs. So butternut squash, gonna add that in. And I'm just gonna kind of create my meal based on the items that I've already had. I cut up some cabbage. I don't think you need to worry too much about weighing and measuring cabbage or things like cucumbers, but if you want to, that's fine. I already measured out a half a cup, where's my half cup, of edamame. So I'm gonna throw that in there. So here I've got a cup of rice, butternut squash, edamame, chicken. I've got a little bit of color there. Not a lot of fat though. So I'm gonna grab a guacamole packet, stick it on the top, and then I'm ready to go for tomorrow. It's pretty simple. If you're tracking, make sure that you have either beforehand put all of your food items in your MyFitnessPal, or you do it after. Second meal is gonna be slightly different, but same concept. This one I'm gonna do more of maybe a Southwestern. I like to kind of rip up my spinach. Spinach is also one of those foods that I would say, do you need to track it? You decide. I don't. Ground beef, on the other hand, I do. So 4 ounces here. And I'm almost there. 4 right on the dot. And then on this, I'm gonna do more, like I said, Southwestern. So I'm gonna do some black beans, These were in a can. I only put them in these nice containers because it looks better for presentation. Usually I do it straight out of the can. Corn, and then again, I'm going to add a little bit more fat, so I'll have another guacamole, and here's my second meal that I can grab and go this week. I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing for the rest of my week, and I'll have all of my lunches. Basically, they're gonna have similar macros, so I don't have to worry too much about that, and I'm good to go. I can just grab them in the morning or pack them in my lunch the night, or pack them in my bag the night before. So step one is bulk prepping your foods. Step two is how do you get it in there? This is a really simple way to do it. Just choose a carb, choose a fat, add a few little extras, make sure you have a protein, and off you go. Now this is lunch, and that was some work to do. I had to kind of think about it. So now what about my other meals? So I wanted to show you, after you've bulk prepped and you've got a couple grab and goes, you can't forget about the other meals. Here's a really simple breakfast. You can do it the night before, and it's delicious. I'm going to wash this off. Overnight oats. If you've never made them, you've got to try. I'm going to do a half a cup of oats. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more like 2/3. My protein is my protein powder. I've got a half a cup of berries. And then you're just going to add in liquid. However much oatmeal you put in, you want to do roughly the same in your liquid. I don't have almond milk, so I'm just going to do water, but I would suggest almond milk or something because it's a little bit more tasty. So I'm going to put that in overnight. In the morning, it's going to be ready for me. That took about 5 seconds. So I can spend my time on more dense meals like my lunches or my dinners and do something quick for breakfast and not drive myself crazy because we're all very busy. So those are just a few ways. I just wanted to encourage you and give you those options and show you how, after you make your food, how you put it together. I hope that it's helpful. I'm really proud of everyone and how well you're doing. I'm excited. It's keeping me motivated, and Kevin, he's behind the camera right now, but he's smiling. So thank you guys for watching. I'm looking forward to another really awesome week. We have some good workouts planned for you, and have a good Sunday, great week, and I'll see you down at the box.